Yes, after 10 years in London, I have finally decided to buy a Brompton. And like with any other bike that I have, Brompton didn't survive for long without being taken apart for a complete upgrade. But before that, let's rewind and see how I got to this point. When you have all possible types of bikes, road, cyclocross, gravel, cross-country, trials, electric, you name it, and you ask a normal person what are the type of bike they need, I'm sure in 99.9% they would say, you don't need any more bikes. There is always this 0.1% of special people like me who would say they need this N+1 bike to be completely happy. So given that there is not that much space left in my flat, because it's covered with bikes, I decided that I need a folding bike to fit that very small space that I have left. And what's the best folding bike on the market? That's right, it's Brompton. £1,300. I'll go and check eBay and bike forums. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. I think I found a good option. So here we are. This is 2007 Brompton in British Racing Green, in excellent condition for its age. And having ridden it for several weeks in the city, I can say this is a brilliant bike for the city for several reasons. If the rain starts, you fold it and take it to the tube or a public transport. If you want to go to a coffee shop with your friends but don't want to leave the bike outside because it can be stolen, we're in London, and you want to take the bike with you, fold it and take it with you. If you get a puncture and you don't have a repair kit with you, you guessed it, you just fold it and take it to a public transport. Also, it doesn't take any space in your flat. And finally, something that I really want to try is to fly this bike with me for holidays. And guys from Nikita sent me the bag that was made exactly for that. The folded Brompton fits into this bag perfectly. And you can even put all your stuff into the same bag, and it doesn't look like a bicycle bag, it looks like your normal luggage. So a great overall bike, you might think, but there is a but. And this but is quite big, and I'm not a big fan of big butts. Let me show you how much it weighs. Fucking 12.6 kilograms for a tiny 16-inch wheel bike. This is heavier than any other bikes that I have, whether it's road, gravel, cyclocross, cross-country, full suspension, mountain bike, and even my electric bike is lighter than this. This is mostly thanks to this steel frame and components from the Ice Age, at least on this 13-year-old Brompton. Just look at the shifter. So this is something I'm planning to change with all these parts. I think I can shave a couple of kilograms and make it look nicer, ride faster, and be a much better bike overall. When I started looking for parts to upgrade my Brompton, I quickly realized that there is not that much information available online, almost like MI6 is trying to keep this information away from people and keep Bromptons heavy. And there are not that many parts available on the commonly known online bike shops like Wiggle, Bike24 or any other really. So almost all parts that I will be putting on the bike came from AliExpress. So I'm not even 100% sure that this will all work. Therefore, rather than talking about each and every small part that I put on the bike, I will let you enjoy building process in silence, and then I'll talk about all the parts that I put on the bike. Works for you? Then let's do it. Oh, by the way, as always, I weighed all parts that I put on the bike, and you'll see the comparison to all parts on your screen. Finally, the last piece of the puzzle. Done! Wow, it's the smallest bike that I built, but it took me the longest to build it. The reason being, some of the parts that I bought for this bike were low quality, so they broke when I was installing them, like the seat post clamp. The bottom bracket bearing, for example, was rough, so I had to replace it and spend extra time. Some parts, they just didn't work. For example, the rear tensioner was advertised as a 6-speed, but actually it could only take 3, so I had to order another one, and it took more than months for that to be delivered. But anyway, that several seconds that you saw in the video of me building the bike were actually months and a half. At the end of the day, I managed to achieve what I wanted. Definitely in terms of the looks, there are no silver components on this bike, everything is black. I have 10-wall Schwalbe white tires, Tubolito tubes, carbon mudguards, some lightweight cranks, bottom bracket with titanium axle, carbon handlebars, ultralight brake levers, ultralight grips, lightweight aluminium seat post, S-Works specialized saddle with carbon rails, which is very light and helped to save a lot comparing to Brook's saddle. I also have a rack at the back because I wanted to be able to roll this bike when it's fully folded. I didn't want to carry it. So rack was essential, and I like how it looks. It's actually pretty small comparing to the original Brompton rack. I guess the main thing is I don't have internal gears anymore, and it helped me save a lot because the Dharma Archer hub with 3 internal gears weighed around 1.5 kilograms, which is crazy. It's probably more than both wheels that you see on this bike right now. So I have 5 gears on the back. I can put an extra gear if I want to, because there is still some space on the free hub, and I had to use this Chinese rear mag. It actually, the second iteration, the second mag that I bought, it was very expensive, around £200, but it did work. And I paired it with a Sram XX 10-speed shifter, so it works perfectly fine. But yeah, I think I've replaced pretty much everything on this bike, as I always do. Can't wait to see how much it weighs. Let's check it out. It's 20 grams below 9 kilograms. That's amazing. That's better than I expected. It's roughly 3.5 kilograms of the original bike weight. But let's take it outside and see how it rides. I'll probably need this. Wow, it's such a great feeling to ride the bike after all the upgrades. It's so much lighter, faster, more fun to ride. And if I really wanted to make it as light as possible, I would probably wouldn't install the mudguards, the rear rack, make it single speed. And I think I could achieve the weight of around 8 kilograms. But that wasn't the objective. The objective was to make it the commuter bike that I can ride all year round, including British winter, and carry all my luggage. And I think I achieved it. And the main question everyone wants to know is how much I spent. I spent 1,300 on all the upgrades, and I sold all the original parts for £300. So it's extra 1,000 pounds and minus 3.5 kilograms. I like it. I wish I could upgrade all my bikes and remove 3.5 kilograms by spending just 1,000 pounds, but it's almost impossible. Anyway, if you like this video, please share, like, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. See you soon.